Yeah, well, I mean, and that's another good point to mention is that these are exceptions. They are exceptional cases. We do not expect them to happen.
Right.
So the fact that they are exceptions, it is unexpected to that's my feeling or definition of it.
Yeah.
Therefore, everything expected is, you know, if this happens, then do this. If this happens, then that's all things I expect to happen. But if the unexpected happens and I catch it, I want to, be alerted to that in whatever way possible. So,
Well, so then my question is based on that definition, because I my definition was a little broader than that. My definition included error, exception, which I think you're making a distinction there between error and exception. Errors are expected. I can trap for those. Exceptions are things that are exceptional and I didn't expect. Um,
that's how I think about it, but that's me.
right. And fair enough. Um, but if if that's the case, then once I decide that I don't need to deal with this, or I should just swallow this particular thing that's happening all the time, based on that definition, then that is no longer an exception. It's an expected error, right?
If it's always happening, yeah.
And so, in that case, with that definition, I should solve all my exceptions. And one of those solutions is investigate them and determine that they are instead errors that I expect. Whether I programmatically do anything with them or not, I'm being pedantic to be funny,
Yeah,
but
but yeah, I mean, but yeah, because yeah, well, then we're splitting hairs maybe a little bit here. I don't
right,
know.
yeah. But I do think it's an interesting. I mean, you brought up an interesting point with the definition of what is an exception, and is that in fact different than an error? And I mean, sure, I'll buy that. Um, but then that changes the answer I think that I gave at the beginning of the show, which is if that's the case, then yes, you should solve all your exceptions because you
Right,
should at least know about them and decide this is something I don't have to worry about. It's expected.
if you like this clip and want to watch another one, you can click right here. Or if you want to watch the full video, you can click here.